Good morning, good morning. I can't see myself. Towing it?
Mommy,
No.
I love to stop.
No. You're going to keep going on.
I love to stop.
Good morning. So we're on the other side of the
I love to stop, Mommy.
trees on the other side of my house.
Mommy.
And there we go. Police station, courts, the lot. So actually managed to get up and out this morning because I had nobody living at my home this morning. So I had nobody on the sofa. Elijah, you're away from the road. Last night I was able to get things in order, but it's still a bit difficult because every morning on a Monday morning I like to start with a completely fresh, clean slate, and that is not so easy. Look at this, like right outside my front door again. Seriously, I absolutely hate it. I hate living in the city. I've got a meeting today. Elijah, move away from the road. Dude, yes, I can see the police cars. Hey, good morning, Mr. Policeman. Who do they protect? Are they here to protect and serve, or are they here to protect the Crown? I do believe they're here to protect the Crown. So anyway, we've had an absolute crazy month of it. Are you getting in? Just let my little boy just jump in a minute. We've had an absolute crazy month of it. It's been the inquiry into children's social care, and this morning a mum wrote a very interesting blog about being let down as an SB. Yeah, David is agreeing. The Crown, the police are here to protect and serve the Crown and keep us all in order, but unfortunately it's not the order of the Lord that they are keeping us in. They are keeping us conformed to the ways of the world. That is another police car, darling, and next to that police officer, next to that police, I then have the magistrates' courts, and then I have the courts of justice. And I want to get my life in order because I want to be able to have the freedom with the boys and not have to constantly worry about paperwork that comes back. I'm not going to the church today because we've got a meeting with the health visitor at 2 o'clock. So here, I just want to show you a building because I have some concerns about this building. This is the church. And then right next door, this is where my one of my mums lives as well. This building here is like your youth dumping program. So you know all those children that get taken into foster care, and then when they are 17, 16, 17 or 18, they may leave. This is the sort of place they get dumped in. And when I say dumped, they are dumped. They are dumped with no tools, no skills, no training, no education. I'm just saying hello to the cleaning crew. There you go, someone's waved back, Elijah. Not everybody waves back. There you go. Make everybody's day. Elijah's making everybody smile. So, people who were walking across the road feeling very miserable and very lifeless have now got big cheesy grin smiles on their face thanks to Elijah saying good morning to them this morning. So sometimes that's all it takes, is just a nice smile and a hello to somebody. So anyway, I'm just walking into Helping Hands Portsmouth. So I'm just heading down to Helping Hands Portsmouth. We were able to actually get up and get out the door this morning. Yes, darling. Thanks to being straight last night, apart from my house looking like it is a big tower, apart from my house looking like a Chinese water thing. Elijah's going to sort of go on about trains in a minute because he's going to walk past the train station. So yeah, one of the things that's really on my mind this morning is that each and every one of us have individual needs, and we're meant to be part of a family. We're meant to be part of a network of our own families where, like the geese, I've always said, geese are considered wild geese out for the shooting, out for the taking, if they don't have their parents to take them on the line to cross from north to south. Now, what I don't like is that we are ending into a state of all of our children being handed over to the education system, and then those that don't obey are having their children taken off of them. And we're ending, whether people believe it or not, yeah, it's all building for the students. No, I don't believe the world is going to end in 2 years. However, what I do believe is that the UK, as we know it now, saying hello to everybody, as we know it now, is going to head into a totalitarian state. And what that basically means is in October, the borders are going to come down, and there's lots of other stuff going on. And what concerns me is a lot of the common law movement is getting people to get rid of their passports, get rid of their ID, and get rid of all this stuff. You're being set up, mate. You're being absolutely set up. Wolves in sheep's clothing. You're being set up for a massive, massive Humpty Dumpty fall. And this concerns me. What I'm actually telling people to do is get their passports, get their birth certificates, get all of these ID things, and get these things in order. One thing that I know very, 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 very clear is the reason that we have the majority of homelessness is that they don't have ID and passports, so they end up on the streets. What XR and what common law are doing is dangerous, absolutely dangerous. What it's going to do is push for a lot of people to be here in the UK under border control with no ID. People with no ID are going to get put into FEMA camps. So all of the immigrants that are over here with no ID are already being shipped and moved into them. I live on one of them, I know. And then from there, any person without ID, identification, is going to struggle like mad. So if you are being told to get rid of your ID, get rid of all of those things, you can still be a freeman of the law. Yes, darling. Where are we going? Where? Yes, well, you're watching the trucks, aren't you? But yeah, I think this is very dangerous. And the reason that I think it's very dangerous is because do you really, 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 really think that everybody's being led in the right direction right now? Far from it. Absolutely far from it. Our leaders, as in our government, are certainly not enabling, empowering. Yes, it is, darling. And leading us to some great big bright future. XR, as I've always said, it's always been about the training. Okay, it's been about the training. What I would tell people is to get your ID, get your birth certificates, get your passports, get your driving licenses, because if you don't have this, if you've never heard of jaywalking was very big in Germany a long time ago. That if you didn't even have a certain amount of money in your pocket, if you didn't have your ID, then you would be pulled, and that's what we're heading to here. And I just think it's really, really, really scary that so many people cannot see and don't. Let me try and prove something to you. Where's my town? We're doing all right on this street, actually. But if you look at most towns now, can you stop the buggy? We're going to go down to Victoria Park for a minute, dude. Yeah, you can get out if you want. So yeah, that's what's on my mind this morning. What's on my mind this morning is that the world wasn't meant to be like this. we were meant to be in families, we were meant to be in community, we were meant to be in our bloodline, and we're meant to stand by our bloodline. But the devil's done a great one to destroy family, to destroy marriage, to destroy community, and to make us 100% codependent on the system. And I've got this now where I've got a meeting at 2 o'clock, so I have to beg to move into a 2-bedroomed house. I have to beg. I have to beg for help because I can't turn to my family, I can't turn to my friends, I can't be in in community with my family, which is really, really, really crap because the boys are just with the water fountain. I've got so much noise going on, guys. Just be careful there, guys. Shiloh, I'll show you that, kids. Shiloh, doo-doo. You stay there. So the kids are just at the waterfall. The guys are not down here actually, so I might have to head up to the other place where they go, which is the town hall. Yeah, I've been watching people burning their passports, and the fact is, that's okay and well and good. And we're going to have new passports anyway because the EU stamp is on it. But if you don't have your old passport, yes, you can do it as a lost one. Yes, you can put them back. And yes, the system is going to still have these on the system for you to be able to re-get. I just feel that so many people are being led up the garden path and into pushing this totalitarian state, and we have to get our own homes in order. We have to take 100% personal responsibility, but that also means holding people accountable. Elijah, not too close, dude. And that's where we've got to come together on this social care thing, because I was thinking about it last night, and I was coming from, Elijah, you'll fall in doing that. I was coming from a coaching point of view and a personal development point of view, and how they should be and could be running the system, how they could be and should be enabling and empowering and keeping families together through adversity, and they don't do this. I've got a phone call this morning. I've got to go and ring the inquiry and find out about what's going on. My documents ended up going over blank for some reason, and a lot of other stuff that is going on as well. So I'm struggling because I don't have the right tools. I need a good working laptop, cameras and stuff like that. My live is still going good, but it does usually cut out. I just need to watch these two because they're sort of, look, Shiloh and the boys are all sitting. I'm just a little bit nervous that if any child's going to go in, it's going to be mine. So yeah, that's sort of what I wanted to get off my chest today. So I need to go and do some research. Things are moving. Obviously, we're preparing for tomorrow. All of the MPs are meant to be back in tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I do believe that a few people are going to hopefully be daisy chaining and locking the gates down tomorrow. But we're not sure where it's all up to. Elijah, don't throw things in. We're not sure where it's all up to because of what's going on with the Queen and stuff. So anyway, I was watching a film last night called The Kingsmans about the secret security and things like that. And I think people need to really understand that we are controlled by the 1%. 2% seem to matter, and the 98% don't seem to give a shit that we are being manipulated and controlled in the way that we are, and there is a better way to live. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say this morning. I've got some stuff to do. I've got to get ready for some bits. So I want to say, do your research, be diligent, you know, look into things, have a look at other cultures and ask yourself, hang on a minute, this culture doesn't live this particular way, or this country tends to do this a different way, or there is a better way of doing this, or there's a better way of doing that. And just ask yourself where your belief systems come from. Do they come from your parents? Do they come from school? Do they come from the media? Do they come from the peers around you? Have you ever actually looked at why you believe the things that you do, why you have the belief structures that you do, why you live to the education calendar, because I know many of us are all preparing for September. Many of us are preparing for children going back to school. Holidays is over. And what I find interesting is everybody feels exhausted. Thank God kids are going back to school. Well, what the fuck did you have kids for if you want to dump them into an education industry that actually isn't teaching our kids anything? And then basically allow for somebody else to raise them. These are my boys. I intend to raise them. I intend to educate them. I intend to, bring them up. If there's something that I can't do, there is somebody that can. Thanks to one of my friends down here, we found the submarine place. So tomorrow we're going up to the submarine. We phoned and had a bit of a chat about the boys going and seeing the submarines. They wouldn't be able to do that in school. In school you get one trip a year, maybe two, in state education that is. What do you want to see? What are you looking at? Let's get up. Is Helping Hands out today?
They were.
They were. What time did they come out this morning?
They come at 9.
Oh, they came out at 9 this morning on Monday.
And they go at 10.
10, that was it. I got the times wrong around this morning. Elijah, this way. Cheers, Dad.
They come on Wednesday if you want to see them.
Yeah, it was Wednesday. I was going to come down and... no worries, chick. Sorry, just talking to one of the guys on the streets. I've got someone looking at me strange because... Just watching Elijah a minute. Come on, this way. Yeah, so that's what's on my mind. So I am getting ID. I am sorting the kids' ID out. I am making sure that I've got all my kids' passports. And I am preparing for October to make sure